Welcome to Calaveras Gold, where we share with you the best of Calaveras country. Hello, this is your host, Ken Jones, and I'm here today in a big store in Arnold called the Rusty Bear, and I'd like to have you meet the proprietors, Diane and Louie.
Hello, Ken.
Hi, Ken.
Very impressed with your store. You have a large store filled with all kinds of things that look like they belong in a log cabin. You call this log cabin or what, log home furnishings, right? Is that, and decorative items? And you have a real mix of some really rustic things, but some nice plush things as well. And how did you come about putting a store like this together? What were you doing before this? And how'd you come about with this idea?
I've always been interested in the cabin decor because we had a cabin up here for 25 years. So when Louis retired and we moved up here, we just kind of fell into it. We've always did crafts and different wood craftsman craft things and
metal crafts.
So we know a lot of the craftsmen that are in our store.
Well, as you can see, we obviously have a lot of log furniture. I was looking around, the really rustic, big, massive.
Yeah, we have beds, dressers, nightstands, end tables, benches, and as well as dining room tables and chairs.
And then, of course, carved bears. The chainsaw bears we have. That was one of our main products, and we've since, branched out into many other things.
Yes, you have. Is it iron statuary outside? You have all of wildlife is captured outside your front door here. Some beautiful statuaries out there for the garden and bears like crazy. You've got all kinds of bears everywhere. That seems to, in fact, the Rusty Bear. Do you want to share where that name came from? Why the Rusty Bear? Why not the Splintery Bear or the
Rusty Bear came from because we used to do metal garden sculpture out of iron, and rust was the big thing, the color. Everybody wanted their pieces rusty looking. We've got quite a few of our pieces in people's yards around here. We drive around every once in a while and see, oh, there's one of our bears. And so that's where the Rusty Bear came in. We thought, well, bear is appropriate up here, and our pieces were always rusty. So that's
well, makes sense, yes. You strive to have a Rusty Bear for folks, didn't you? And now you got bears all over the place.
Yes, we do. Since we've moved to this location, we've been in this location at 1329 Highway 4 for a little more than a year, but we were at the other location for about 5.5 years. And since we've moved here, we have more room. We're able to carry area rugs, as well as we've just started carrying mattress sets. So when people buy one of our beds, we can outfit them. We carry the comforter sets to go on them. So
beautiful stuff. Yes, and all kinds of furnishing. I guess for just about every home, every room in a home. Excuse me. We were talking about the wonderful furnishings you have, and you have something for every room of the house here. You pointed out that you even have dishes and towels and things like that for the kitchen, all on this mountain theme. It's just wonderful. And lamps. You have the most largest collection of unusual and beautiful.
Yeah, we have a wide variety of lamps. Yeah, we try to. We've got. We just recently took on this one artist that she makes her own lampshades. So we carry a lot of her pieces. They're mountain themed again.
Is there something that stands out in your mind as being the most popular? What would you say is the most popular item you sell here?
In the store.
Kind of things, yeah. What do you sell mostly?
I'd say the bedroom is probably the biggest thing.
Yeah, the beds, the nightstands, as well as the comforter sets that go with them.
Yeah, and then of course dining room sets. We've sold quite a few,
Actually, yeah, as well as our sofa sets, and it's hard to say which is the most popular.
And I guess you've sold a few of those bears.
Oh, yes.
And definitely sold a lot of bears.
Our carved bears.
Because there's like nowhere else around here you can go to get those.
There
and a lot of this stuff is just uncommon, and it's a joy. I can't imagine someone coming up here to the mountains and not stopping. They've got to stop in this and take a look at your store and all the wonderful things here. It just adds to the atmosphere.
Yes, it does.
Wonderfully. It's just full of atmosphere.
Yeah, we try to pick items that go with the mountain theme,
Yes.
so that they won't be able to find anyplace else.
And I want to thank you for referring me to Jeff Rapetti, the
yeah.
chainsaw artist.
Uh-huh.
He's going to be on the show also, and he's the fellow that does the bear carvings
Right.
in the area for now. So
Yeah.
it was it was a lot of fun seeing what he does and how he does it, and he certainly does great
Real
work.
talent.
Yeah, Jeff's a real artist. Yeah.
And you've over time had bears from a handful of artists that lived in
Yes.
the area, but they've kind of
Well,
moved away or retired or whatever.
We've had Andy Enzi, and he's a wonderful artist as well, but he's retired from carving bears and went on to different jobs. So we're fortunate we have Jeff, and Jeff is wonderful.
Well, he
and
did tell
local.
me he'd been doing it for years, and I
Mhm.
asked him how many bears he thought he
Oh.
did, and he said thousands.
Oh yes.
So,
Oh yes.
according to him, there's thousands of bears living out there in our
Right.
Calaveras country land.
They are.
And you've contributed to the population, I'm sure. Tell us how folks can get hold of you and find you, your address and your website and that kind of thing.
Okay, well, we're at 1329 Highway 4 here in Arnold. We're right next to the quick serve gas station, so
Right
you can't
here in
miss
town.
us. Mhm.
Yeah.
And our phone number is, of course, area code 209-795-4303. And we do have a website as
And
well as email.
Our site there is therustybear.com, and our email, you can get hold of us by email, therustybear@comcast.net.
And what days are you open?
We're open 7 days a week.
Wow.
Yeah, and for
Great.
the hours, you can give us a call, but 5 days a week we're open 10 to 4, and then on Friday and Saturday nights we're closed at 5.
Well, I want to thank you for having us in your beautiful store today and sharing this with us. Thank you
Well,
very much.
thank you for coming,
Okay.
Ken.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you.